Good morning. Today is Sunday, so our retreat will end today. So what I'm going to have a little bit conclusion to this one week retreats we have it together. About the practice that we always not easy to overcome is the feeling. So feeling go to two parts. One is the bodily feeling, one is the mental feeling. Before I meet the Dharma, there have no any good solution for my life free from feeling and know how to deeply look into feelings problem and overcome the problem of feeling. So Buddhism talk about feeling means they have pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and neutral. Neutral means ignore, not pay attention, so that either both sides not too clear, but what is that mean? It's not have any connected to like or dislike, that kind of feeling. So feeling arising from the first noble truth, that is the karma content. We are in the suffering of ocean, means we are in this big samsara. Not with the Dhamma, we don't know the cause until the Dhamma explain what is the life and connected to the life, its condition about. Not been have anyone so clearly explain this cause and effect of the life born with and carry on living until the end of life, how to take care of this. So in Chinese we call that life and death. We need to solve the problem of life and death. So life already born, so come to living, it's more confused, more involved into processing this stressful and suffering. This is all lie about. What I talk about the suffer means we develop the connection of making enemy, making someone we don't like, with destruction or the friendship, and don't know how to connect it to noble personality, build up that kind of not only friendship, but the connection to transformation, connection to more advance your life quality. Don't know how to connect it in that. So the whole life just mostly we lost friend, we lost the connection individually. I connect to you, and then from time going on broke. Or someone that we really like him too much, and then later on it become hate. You see, the feeling is like that. We don't know how to, develop the true love. And we don't know how to overcome the enemy too. when the life come in, why this is called ocean of suffering? Because we step in the mud, you know, going out and out, never see the soul. So this is called karma. So the karma not only life, aging, illness, death, like and dislike, this very body and mind called five skandha. And then we eager to look for something, but it happens. It's too far from our wish, our hope, like that. The struggle. This is all about, we call it karma. Until one day, the connection with the Dhamma already appears. By the explanation from the Dhamma, we clear out, we make clear that understanding, come to another angle, see things differently. This we call that the joyful or happiness feeling of learning the Dhamma. So not many of them have very strong desire, very pure research, want to find the reason to solve the problem of this very life stressful, suffer. Want to look for the reason. So that is the individual who really, what we call that, have different kind of feeling. The feeling of Dhamma. So the Dhamma guided his feeling into what we call that joyful feeling. In Chinese, he put all his, tension, emotion, the IQ, volition into searching. What is the Buddha say? How is he work? He act in the life. When facing his problem, what is his opinion, or what he give advice? What kind of advice? So slowly you remember, you cultivate, you contemplate in the Dhamma way. So that is the first release of the three kind of feeling. Three kind of feeling is not meet the Dhamma yet. You develop the three kind of feeling. Pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral of this contact. All the sensual information come into the mind, remembering all that, I call it, fabrication, or drop your mind into illusion. Very confused. Life very confused. Don't know why anger. But just from time to time, contact, you think that I don't like anger, and sometimes no reason anger. Why is it like that? So after knowing the Dhamma, then his life may see the path. What is the path mean? The path of practice. This habitual pattern must change. Must, work for it. Unless we work for it and mindfully check for it, otherwise it cannot overcome problem. But exterior help. Then that kind of reflection, we call that practice. Practice Dhamma. Not only learning and knowing, but he has that kind of common sense that if not practice, it not going to change the mind. You won't going to center your mind into inner reflection and purification. You won't. So this is called the path. You see the path. And then with the viewpoint, seeing the path, then totally he have that kind of wish to master his own mind and body. This is why training mindfulness so direct and important. You have the immediate benefit in Buddhism talk about. You know, the full foundation of mindfulness is the only way, is the big. You know, direct benefit means that you put it right, you remember right now, then you got the benefit. Why? Because you settle this mind, not running out there. If you running out exterior without mindfulness, then you will go out. You will connect it to the condition. Condition of what? Samsara. You see? If not that, if you aren't mindful to the object, then you grab inside your memory. We have a lot of memory there. That is the thing that you already grab from the exterior. Not talk about the past life, but this very life already many patterns. Yeah, people try to, you know, circle you. Yeah, from his opinion, from his value. So you've been circled it this way. So born with a lot of pattern. That pattern is what I call the extreme patterns of unsatisfactoriness and suffer. So after you found the dhammas of practice, you see, oh no, in that way, we need to pay attention. Attention to what? Attention to stabilize the mind. This is called the joyful of jhana, the joyful of practice, meditation, samatha, vipassana. This is called the feeling of transformation. You know, let your life not go to too many patterns. Yeah, that pattern is called 5 realms of rebirth. Human, hungry ghosts, and in the health, animal pattern, heaven pattern, human pattern. Most suffer is 3 low being. You see our samsara there, great leader, they involved in 2 things. One is involved to take things to himself more than what he needs. Like a big businessman, only look for own profit, no profits to others. Then you see this is called hungry ghost. He will find a way. I cannot tell too much because it is a suffering world. I don't want to touch it. And then the second one is planning for make suffer, make war, make fight. This world's most, prosperity of the business is selling weapons. Then you know how people come into that health, darkness. Only who really very concentrate into the mind purification, then he know that, oh, you don't let your mind jump to worldly concern feeling. You need to transform it into more higher stabilities of the mind. So that is why the yogi practice, mostly he want to seals out from the bodily, come into mental, transform the feelings of the body. Once you sit here, then you know, even though we are here, not many times stay in a monastery. Do you feel peace? Yes, short time. If you don't guide your mind, then later on you will feel burning. So not many people can stay in the spiritual monastery, because spiritual monastery is so pure and so peace. Unless you have that kind of quality, otherwise you stay there will be crazy because of lack of sensual tact. Lack of all this eatable food, all this sense impression. Last night I said, then the volition not going to stabilize. Volition of him is jump out to the senses door. Like what I mean. Animal pattern, hungry go pattern, and in the health pattern. That's a most mindset go to lower realm. And some mindset go to more higher realm, like he know what is generosity, he know what is the helping to others, he know how to discipline. That will come into the more human beings, more harmonized human to human, because human is the only creature that in the world become the chief or become master or beings, life and death. Human will be based on generosity and discipline. It's called human. Human being means his emotion is very balanced, very great heart. So we call that love. Real love is breaking the boundary. You don't see the color. You don't see this. Religion, that religion. He don't use that name. He see what is the quality of your mind? What is the action you are doing? So that checking. You're doing that action is generosity. You're doing that action is discipline. Moral. Know what is wrong, what is right, what is wholesome, what is unwholesome. Connected to that kind of quality. Use that to make right judge. You are a good man. Now you are in heaven. So I think that loving kindness, empathy, or sympathy, it's not easy just talk about in the word. It's his qualities of life, body and mind, totally change it into more, what we call inclusive. If you are not that kind of, you become the leader of that field, it will be problem, big problem. I mean, feel like you are in the education system, or you are in the political system. No matter where you are, because of the quality of the life, don't discipline, no generosity, or no loving kindness, or empathy, joy, sympathy to other, empathy to other, then you will make problem there. That will be discriminated mind, because like and dislike. So the Buddha mentioned, this is a Four Noble Truths. It divided into two sides. One is cause and effect in the samsara. One is the path and his cessation. So Four Noble Truths let us know two things. One is rise and in the stress of development. One is cultivate is wholesome part, what I mentioned, human quality and the heaven quality, or even the renunciation quality of the three highest practice. So he will bring purification of this very life, body and mind. So feeling into this as what he make his life in righteous. I see this. This is the only path I can move forward. Other than that, it will be problem. If you have that kind of enlightenment, so serving for living being is so tired and joyful. Only someone that who don't enlighten from it for short time serve, or serve individually to someone, he is not open up his mind, then from time to time he feel tired and he will complain and he will lazy because the mind grabbing there in the samsara, not purifying into his quality. The Buddha have mentioned one thing in the past, that what need to be realized. That realize is called cessation. Cessation, another is connected to this goal, what called nibbana, or is connected to the very moment called detachment. So of my own life, that many years come into majority, and I will really appreciate of a friendship. Before it's not too emotion in, really care and see this value, is the rock of the ring, precious, is it? Yeah. So friendship, the Buddha, noble friendship is the path. Noble friendship is the whole. Whole means all about. I don't see my masters when I stay with him. He don't give me anything. He only fulfill people's in the world asking for this. He just fulfill the need of them in order to bring all this helping to the Dhamma, to the Sangha. Until I left him and come to United States, I'm going to individually, work for the Dharma and become leader in the monastery. And he helped throwing his picture. This picture valuable right now. He give me 3. Let my brother. That monk already dead. Maybe difficult in this moment. Take this for him. Stingy until he see I work for the Dhamma, then he give. So monk is very stingy. Why stingy? He see that material cannot help the Dhamma. Material cannot help mind mature. Only the Dhamma can help mind mature. Only the practice will establish independent personality. So I only had one chance, get the biggest support from my master. Only one. And then later on, the whole life, I never take picture with him until one day, come take picture with me. Then the second year he passed away. So I only have one picture. That is a picture with my teacher. He's laughing, it's so beautiful. And I sit at the back there, stand at the back like an assistant and show the very confused mind state, not knowing what is that mean. And this couple there, I read a commentary about the Mahawara, means right now many months are focusing in the study of the path and the fruit of the path. 37 factors of awakening. So that's the only writing in the Yogacara mention about these 37 factors of awakening in the commentary. So I read that part of commentary. Once I take this book out and read it again, you know what? Funny. I have one picture, one photo picture come into this book. I'll show you if you like to see. There is a funny girl picture there, very young, and have the glass in the U camp, in the U camp of one group. She is the group leader of the U camp. I am the one of the teacher in U camp. So that when I see this picture, I know, this set of book is donated for me. You know who she is? I'll show you her picture before she become a Buddhist nun. Young, beautiful, and her hair. So that set of books I never read until this couple there take out, and then I'm laughing, almost crying. And she is so generous, want to support a teacher. She obey, and a teacher who guided the Dhamma for the U camp. So she donate that set of book for me. But after I got that book, I never read it truthfully. Never determined to read and understand it until this time. So I opened the book. Who is she? And then I read the name. Yang Yasun. So the Dhamma is not easy to realize how this world is all about in the support of our own maturing of release. If you see all the conditions, only value if it support the Dhamma maturing and its release. Is who his mind's purification will come to little bit advanced. He already know how to walk by himself. Other than that, the mind always jump back into the merge of the suffer ocean. Mostly life is like that. Until you walk and walk a lot of what we call that, the durian. You know the durian? Our life is like a durian. A lot of thorns, a lot of thorn, that is called durian. So until we are in the world that art of 打滚, in the life of fighting, in the life of that kind of challenging and large of move forward until all the thorn, been polished, then the life become more mature. Thorn in the Chinese means extreme. Cannot be touched. Once you touch, you're hurt. So without Dhamma's purification, the life won't mature until you balance yourself and overcome the stress. Life not liberated cannot help other problem. Only make problem from time to time. That is what I want to say. Why Buddha mentioned about he is looking for, choosing for someone who have that kind of foundation, basic. Try them to be learning first, to be practice first, in order that the Dhamma remain in the world have opportunity to see the truth. So he is working differently from political, from other professional skill. So he has his own mission. That mission is the mission of cessation. Thank you.